the places of
Morning.
Sometimes crazy isn't so crazy at all. Well, we're covering the Diddy trial, and Cassie has been on the stand. She's been testifying. There's been a lot of back and forth between people's opinions. At one point, it looked like this could be completely a domestic violence situation, but further claims then pointed toward trafficking. So it's been kind of back and forth with these first few days. But I would like to direct your attention to something else. Recently, Cassie, in her testimony, she brought up a witness, Jonathan Oddi. Now, if you don't remember, Jonathan Oddi was involved in the shootings at the Trump Doral Hotel in Miami. He went in there shooting up the place, had an American flag. He was screaming anti-Trump rhetoric. Anyways, he was brought into interrogation, and he said a lot of weird things at the time. He was saying things sound very delusional and grandiose. He was talking about the Illuminati and talking about the Boule and these people in the industry and the three-letter agencies that are involved with these people in the industry and how it's all this big corruption that's going on. It sounded really crazy at the time, 2018. But one of the things that he mentioned was that he was a slave for Cassie and Diddy.
I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right?
Back then, that might not have made a lot of sense, sound kind of strange, but where are we now? Makes a lot of sense, right? Cassie said that he was one of the escorts that was involved in these freak-offs, if you will. Now, we can just take that and go, wow, here's another one, another proof of the trafficking on Diddy. But I want us to look at the bigger picture. Let's look at other things that Jonathan Oddi said.
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I had settlement with Sean. Okay. And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's his attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay? The hip-hop agenda is an agenda to move drugs all over the United States. You need to inform the DEA. They move all the dope, okay, all the dope on private jets, which don't get screened by
customs?
By DEA.
Okay.
Inside the United States, okay? They move what's called high-grade powder, MDMA. They move cocaine, and they move liquid cocaine in their bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine, I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it G-Juice, but it's liquid cocaine. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because otherwise I'll be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had, Mark Garagos has had the FBI on me, has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me.
He talked about ties to three-letter agencies like this one and others, okay, where they were tied into this Illuminati and occultic behavior, and that there's a whole agenda outside of music that rappers are taking part in. I don't believe this is all about Diddy. All right, it doesn't make sense. Think about this for a second. This is the picture that we're being painted right now. If we think outside of our emotions, just for a moment, this man has a whole organization, a criminal enterprise from which he's received most of his riches. Now, he has his criminal organization that does what? That engages in freak-offs. For the benefit of who? Only for himself? Is Diddy just sitting in a castle somewhere? Like just, ha 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 ha, bring them to me. And he's making money off of it? Like that's how he made all of his money? From getting pleasure for himself? This doesn't make sense. As a RICO case, it doesn't make sense. Now, do I believe that it's very possible that Diddy could be involved in RICO? Yes, he could very well be involved in it. But I think that in order for them to really truly prove this, like convincingly prove it, for a person with logic and sense, you're going to have to bring some other big name people into the picture. You have to. It doesn't make sense. He made all of his money and wealth by getting pleasure for himself and nobody else. But if y'all want to check out some of my other thoughts on this, check out my Behind Diddy's Downfall. Part 1, I have Behind Diddy's Downfall, and then I have Behind Diddy's Downfall Part 2. Make sure to like and subscribe.